Alright, guys. Yeah, I'm sitting at home. This may be just laziness because I can't get up and I can't walk. I talked to you all earlier about being able to walk the streets here in Florida. It's a beautiful place. In fact, if I can get up and show you the back of my house, it has a river that's connected with the ocean. There's dolphins in the river, but I have yet to see them. Somebody just told me that there's dolphins back there, and they'll jump up because they're coming from the ocean. This is like a stream that they build, and all the houses have them, and the water goes through it from the ocean, from my understanding. And we have a, what do you call it? A bay. There's a bay close. So, oh no, a marina. That's what it's called. And they have dolphins down in the marina. So, anywho, just hadn't gotten up. Maybe that's what it is. I need to walk. And I have a topic for you today. I want to talk about what is rape and what is molestation. Okay, I want to talk to men, men, mostly men. I'm going to take this for a total different flip. I'm going to flip this. Um, I heard a female that said she was sexually harassed in her workplace. Now, let me tell you what the situation was, and you're going to enjoy this one. She was angry. She was not sexually harassed, but she was angry. Why was she angry? Well, she met a male. Some of you fall in this category. Single, handsome. He was a doctor also. Well, she worked in a medical facility. In a medical facility, these doctors are in demand. Now, women, you know, this we always say this is a man's world, but when it comes to sensitivity, it is a female's. Men are already labeled as guilty when it comes to hurting a woman. And so when you call sexual harassment, they don't look at the fact that that man touched you. They look at his lifestyle. He could be innocent or guilty. And in this situation, he was found innocent but guilty. But they just gave him a guilty verdict because there was no category that his action fell upon them. And let me let you be the judge of that. This female says she worked in a medical facility, and she began to befriend this doctor. Now, my take on this, gold diggers. Ah, you know, I mean, gold diggers. That's why they're in demand. Some of them are horrible in bed. We had that topic, remember, a long time ago? Some of their minds are still on operating the patient. 1, 2, push, 1, 2, push, 1, 2, push. You. That's how their sexual actions are. Yeah. 1, 2 in, 1, 2 out, 1, 2 in. You can almost count it there and there. And some of them are never at home, and the women don't care. And some of the women never cheat, being home alone. And sit right there and wait on that money in case he might find out. I don't want to lose this income. I want to miss that in this beautiful home. I'm glad everybody know I'm married to a doctor. I'm successful, although I've never worked a day in my life. I'm married to a doctor, so I'm a success. I nailed him. He married me. And they stay there and they take all the havoc that comes from a cheating spouse because he's in demand. Oh my God, I can really preach being in demand. My bishop told me years ago, make life easier for yourself. You don't want to be in demand. It's too much enticement when you're in demand. Mm-hmm. You have your choice, your pick of the litter when you're in demand. And when you want to do right, it's very difficult to find what's real. And so many of men especially gives in to popularity. And they become an unstable person, although they can be prosperous. The Bible said, double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So some men are just carrying the title of being productive and never producing what's right, what's genuine. Their feelings of confusion, mixed up emotions, and yet they're men, they know how to cover it. And so because they're confused, they're grabbing out at everything. And not all the time are they getting sexual harassment. But yet, as this lady figured out as she went through her journey, so I tell people all the time, men are not going to tell you, I'm dating multiple women. When a man approaches you, he approaches you in a seduction. And you're sitting there as a tadpole, wiggling. and not even see yourself with him. And he's flirting, and you're giving in slowly. And before you know it, you're baited, you're hooked. And so now you're in love with him, and he's moving on night after night. Different ones who've been baited and hooked. Now follow me, because I know some of you already see the picture. Because he's confused, because he's unstable, because he knows he's a man in demand. Even if your emotions, lonely women, not so much as doctors, there's lonely women out there. Men are always in demand. Women are always looking for a man, a husband. We used to say that the women outnumber the men. And so it's very difficult to get a husband, but it's easy to get a wife. No. Men are just the rulers. That's just the way it's always been, and they're the ones who are making the choice for marriage. It's been that way through life. They ask you, will you marry me? That's the man's job, right? Yeah. That's when it's an honor. And so because that's their job, we're waiting. It's not that we outnumber them. The fact that they're not proposing like they used to. And they're misusing because they know they're in demand. They know you're waiting. And when women are proposed to, they'll take anything that's proposing. And so she's out there now, and she's in love with him. She's been touched. She's been defiled. Follow me now. She's been defiled. She's in the workplace where they're taught. I've been to some churches where they're taught to keep their mouth closed. I don't know. Sometimes they don't even come to them, approach them, and tell them, I don't want everybody to know my business. Just keep our relationship a hush. I don't know how men get women to keep their mouth closed. Because back in the days when you're in a relationship, child, you know that's my man. You wore shirts that he had your name and you had his. Everybody knew about it. But when you get professional, you become a big time pastor or even a little pastor. Somehow there's an I signal. Don't tell nobody. Give our relationship time to grow. I remember when I was at Children's. Oh, I got 3 minutes left. And this lady who we thought was gay, she ended up marrying the most handsome man in Children. And we didn't even know they were dating. And they came forward and said they were getting married. Like, oh, wow. Yeah. So long story short, because I have 3 minutes, she got angry. She was hurt. And in her endeavor to get even, no one really know they were dating. She filed sexual harassment. They went to investigate because they saw him with different women. He was appropriate. He wasn't touching on them. He would escort them, you know. Just the fact that he was walking with them. He never touched them in the presence of the investigator. But because he was dating different ones, he called it mature dating, and we discussed mature dating. They found him guilty. He was guilty because he led these women on. Sexual harassment, a whole new meaning. A whole new meaning. But in some essence, they said that he raped this woman and others because he stole their hearts. And he did not make them aware that he was dating the different women. He just approached them, wined and dined them. And some people think, hey, look, it's just part of the category. I want you to think about it because it's almost like deception. They said he was guilty through deception. Now, should he have told them? Very few men now are saying, I believe in mature dating, which means that let's just have some fun. You do what you want, I do what I want. But even that is dangerous. Because the minute someone calls sexual harassment, or the minute someone calls rape, if they investigate, especially in the hospital where they have cameras, investigating this person's lifestyle, and they can write down names and places and different women, even on the outside, that he's sleeping with. Especially when they call rape, he's found guilty. Although he never touched her in an inappropriate way. She never got a chance to say no. Or she never said no. She gave in every time. However, his lifestyle of the multiple women caused him to have a guilty plea. So now he's on trial for sexual harassment in the workplace. And maybe even rape, if she would call it.